He said that life is more than food, and the body is more than clothes. The things that we tend to worry about are low-weighted concerns when it comes to life, right? Am I going to pay my mortgage? Or am I going to have enough for a down payment on my car? I'm late on my car note, right? But you never think about life like, I got to wake up tomorrow. I got to make sure my brain keeps working through the night and my heart keeps beating, right? The most important thing, he's saying, this is the weightier thing, is life. And does anybody in this room have control over that? None of us. Matter of fact, someone might in this room might have a pacemaker just in case that heart starts going too slow. But none of us have control over every beat. That this heart never gets a break. Year after year, day after day, situation after situation. You're not in control of life. And Jesus is saying, but you worry about what you're going to wear? I'm trying to change your perspective, kingdom folk. We got to look at life from a heavenly perspective. We got to bring that heavenly perspective to your earthly circumstance. So you can say like, oh, I identify this as a need. I'm going to take my need to God and I'm going to do my part. That's all I can do. God's got me. And then he reinforces it again in verse 2. He says, consider the ravens. His disciples are first century Jews, and he tells them, consider the ravens. Why the ravens? Because ravens were considered unclean in the Jewish community. They couldn't eat them. They weren't beneficial to their culture or their need. So what happens when people start to believe that something's not beneficial to them? They get forgotten. He said, they don't even sow or reap. They don't put no work in. They're not pulling no harvest. They have no storage room. Yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable are you than birds? So Jesus is telling them, like, consider the ravens. For God provides. God provides even for the unclean. Amen? And God provides for the overlooked. Amen? God provides for the forgotten. Amen? Because he cares. They don't reap, they don't sow, they don't store, but God provides. Shift your perspective. We don't wake up at 5 a.m. when the rooster crows and we go outside and every single creature is like this. And God's throwing manna down like, hey, I got you. I'm providing. God has already purposed in his creative order of daily provision for these creatures, for these birds, for these forgotten ravens. He's already put into order their daily provision, their daily bread. And so he's looking to disciples and he's looking at the church today and he's going, what do you mean? What are you worrying about? Change your perspective. You got to bring heaven to your earthly circumstance.